Hi, Farmer Carrie. I was wondering, what are the 5 fun things on the farm this week, this very first week in June?
Oh, Mr. Lavasser, you know, there are a lot of really fun things here at this farm, but we want to show you something fun that isn't here, and it's especially for the 6th graders who are going to be going over to the middle school. And did you know we have 2 fun farms over there? And we are going to go look at them before we come back and look at some fun things here. So let's go over to the high school.
That sounds great, Farmer Carrie.
Okay. Wow! Here we are at the front of the high school in the garden here. Oh, they painted the whole parking lot blue for the high school seniors, and look at this fantastic border of flowers. Now, where's Farmer Kylie? Farmer Kylie! Hi, your garden is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about it for the 6th graders who are going to be here next year?
Yeah, thank you, Farmer Carrie. So next year, when you guys are 7th graders, this will be your farm, your front garden here. And we obviously have peas. We've got lots of flowers and lettuce and the garlic over here. We have lots of garlic and lots of other vegetables that you guys can nibble on out here.
Well, we're going to make a special video about all the fun things here, aren't we?
Awesome.
Great.
Looking forward to it.
Now, do you have another farm here at the high school, I heard?
Yeah, just all the way back behind the track over there. There's another farm by the baseball field.
Before we go to the back farm, I notice all these fantastic trellises you have. Can you share a little bit about them?
Yeah. So we use trellises to keep plants that grow up from growing out on the ground. And this is our cucumber trellis. The cucumbers will come up and grow up here, and then we can harvest them really easily. And then over here, we have our pea trellis. If these weren't trellised up, can you imagine? They'd be 6 feet out here on the ground. That would be kind of hard to walk around and try to pick. So we have these 2, and then over here...
I see! You have more peas! That's not a pea. What is that? That's a tomato. You're going to trellis these too, right?
Yep.
Fantastic! And I noticed you use T-posts and hog panel. And did I hear you say you might need some donations of these?
Yes, we would love to get more of these so that we can grow more food that we trellis and make it easy to harvest to get into the cafeteria for the school lunch.
That sounds great. Okay, let's go to the back.
All right, let's go.
We're back here at the high school, right next to the osprey nest, and over there is the baseball field. Look at the beautiful garden.
Come on in.
Okay. Kylie, this is so beautiful.
Thank you. Welcome to the back garden. This is where we grow most of the food that comes from the high school. A lot of it comes from back here that goes into the school lunches. We've got a bunch of garlic right back here. Lots of potatoes back there. There's spinach. We've got lots of spinach. And under here, look, carrots. Right here, all of these right here are our pumpkins and winter squash for the harvest feast that the 5th and 6th graders will be making pies out of for the harvest feast.
I also see a very nice orchard.
Yes. This orchard is 3 years old, so it's about to explode with fruit. Here is the greenhouse. We've got nice tomatoes growing up here, and we're going to trellis them just like in the front. We have all these posts already set up. And then we have along the outside peppers and eggplant and basil.
These tomatoes look so good.
Oh, look here. We have a tomato. So those will be ready pretty soon. Those are going to turn into sauce for pizza and lasagna. And then over here, this is a surprise plant. We have, does anybody know what this is? This is a carrot. Surprise.
And it has a hoverfly hovering right around it. The hoverflies, look at that hoverfly, see that?
That's a pollinator.
The pollinators love carrots, and you can see our carrot bolting video where we talk about how carrots bolt. And see, that is a hoverfly. That's fantastic.
Yep, this carrot flower is going to turn into a bunch of carrot seeds not too long from now.
Fun.
All right, thank you for visiting the back garden today. This was really fun.
Okay, we'll be back.
All right.
Bye, Farmer
Yeah.
Kylie. Thanks for the tour. Wow, here we are now back at the elementary school. We had our first fun thing was the front of the high school, and the second fun thing was the back of the high school. Third fun thing, now we are back here. And do you remember that incredible flower border that Kylie had at the front of the high school? Well, ours is not quite as beautiful yet. We've only just planted it. And you know, she did something really cool with her daffodils that we copied. And I don't know if you can see, look at all these. What are these funny shaped things? Well, we left one for you. See over here? Your daffodils have their leaves, and you want to keep their leaves green while they're green so that they have the sun energy going back to the bulb. That's called photosynthesis. So how do you deal with them when they're flopping all over? Well, this is what Kylie showed us. You snap off one of these, then you bend it over, see, like that, and then you can tie this around, just like that. And now, whoopsie daisy, that didn't work. Well, you know what I mean. So now your daffodils are out of the way, and you can do what we did, which was to plant cosmos, and we have some amaranth, and there's some sunflowers over there. So now our border can be beautiful, and the daffodils can have their photosynthesis for their bulbs. And see, we do have some beautiful flowers here. We've got some bachelor buttons and some alyssum, thanks to Neva and the farm team. And this one's really fun. You know what it's called? It's got a great name, toad flax. And calendula, oh, isn't that a nice toad flax? Oh, here are our phycelia. There's another hoverfly. Look at that. See that hoverfly hovering over the phycelia? And here's our bumblebees, and we are still looking for those pollen pockets. But since they're purple, and bumblebees are very hard to focus on, we have been having a hard time finding those pollen pockets for you. Now, on our way to the fourth fun thing, we're passing by our nodding onions. And remember the camas? Remember how beautiful and blue those flowers were? Now, what the heck is this? Look at that. See these? You know what they are? They're the seed pods of the camas flowers. Look at how they're swollen out. And we're going to come back and see how they mature, so then the seeds are in there. There's little baby seeds in there, and we're going to come back when they're ready, okay? So these are our camas flowers going to seed. Now, what's our fifth fun thing? Oh, I know what it is. Let's go over here to our trellises. But before we go over to the trellises, I want to show you something amazing. There was a robin who had a nest in the bamboo, and that little bird fledged. Remember that a couple weeks ago? Then they started again. Now this robin made a nest, started a nest there on the top of the beam, and then another one on top of the mason bee house, and then another one started there, and then there's one, and she's sitting in it. But then there's another nest right there, and then she started another nest. How many nests was that? I think that was 6 nests. Isn't that amazing? Those robins were so busy, but now she has found her nest and she's laid some eggs in it. And we can see her. So let's see what happens. Okay, now I want to show you this really fun trellis. So here we are with the fifth fun thing. And we have never done this before, but we're going to give it a try. You know what these are? These are pumpkins. And we are going to try and grow a pumpkin tunnel. Now, pumpkin is a squash, just like cucumbers. And squash grows up. You saw how Kylie was going to do a cucumber trellis over there. And so we want to see if we can grow our pumpkins up. I've done it before many years ago, so we're going to try it again. And on the back here, you can see how they have these long fingers that go out, and they're going to start to wrap around this hog panel right here that we are holding up with T-posts. Now, we have cucumbers and tomatoes. We need a lot of T-posts and hog panel, but we're going to talk to you about that in another video. So this is our fifth fun thing. Can we be successful growing our pumpkins up and over and having a pumpkin tunnel? So when all of you come back in the fall, you can walk under a tunnel and see little pumpkins hanging down. These are sugar pie pumpkins, good for pie. So those are our 5 fun things this week.
Thank you very much, Farmer Carrie. Bye.
Bye.